Hello everyone. Let's start part 3 of chemical reactions and equations. That is effects of oxidation reaction in everyday life. So the first effect of oxidation reaction in everyday life is corrosion. So what is corrosion? Corrosion is a process of slowly eating up of metals by the gas and water vapors which is present in the atmosphere due to the formation of oxides, sulfides and carbonates. So the metals are getting corroded. The reason is its exposure to the open atmosphere and the water vapors, that is the moisture. The example for this is rusting. So how does rust happens? The corrosion of iron is nothing but rusting. So when iron comes in contact with the oxygen and the moisture, that is the water vapor, then a reddish brown coating comes on iron, which is referred to as rust. So huge amount of money is spent repairing this corrosion. Now the black color on blackening of silver is a corrosion of silver. Blackening of silver is nothing but corrosion of silver. And green coating on copper is an example of corrosion of copper. So these two are few more examples of corrosion. So it would be better if we find some alternatives or if we prevent corrosion. So how can we prevent the rusting of iron? Let's see that. So that is by barrier protection. Now what is barrier protection? Means barrier protection is a method by which we prevent the metal from coming in contact with air or moisture. So we have to prevent its contact. So how can we do this? There are various methods by which we can do this. So first thing is coating with paint. So when we apply paint on a metal surface, then it forms a protective layer such that the metal will not now come in contact with the open atmosphere or the moisture. The other method is by applying oil or grease. It's similar to the application of paint. Next thing is by coating the iron surface with a non-corroding metal. Means those metals are not prone to corrosion. So that is why those we coat it with nickel, chromium or aluminium by the process of electroplating. Next thing is by galvanization. Galvanization means coating with zinc. Coating with zinc. So we can use these methods to prevent the rusting. Next topic is rancidity. Means the fat and the oil which is present in our food gets oxidized when it is left open for a long time and they become rancid, and the taste and the smell also changes and become very unhealthy or unfit for consumption, and that is referred to as rancidity. So how can we prevent rancidity? It can be prevented by the addition of antioxidants. Now what are these antioxidants? These antioxidants are the substances which prevent oxidation. Next is by keeping the food in refrigerator. So how can refrigerator help us prevent rancidity? Means in refrigerator we know that the temperature is very low. So when the temperature is low, the rate of a chemical reaction always decreases. So the oxidation process slows down. So that is why the food doesn't become rancid very easily. Next thing is storing in airtight containers. So the oxidation process will not happen that easily. Then storing it away from light and packing the food in the nitrogen gas. So nitrogen gas, it provides the inert atmosphere and prevents oxidation. So here we have a question. Oil and fat containing food items are flushed with nitrogen gas. Why? Because the nitrogen gas, it provides the inert atmosphere and slows down the rate of oxidation reaction, or it prevents the oxidation reaction, and hence it prevents the food from getting rancid. So the detailed answer, the right answer is given to you here. Refer to this. It is non-reactive and does not combine. So it acts as a antioxidant. Next question. Why do we apply paint on iron articles? So when we apply the paint on iron articles, the iron articles will not get exposed to the oxygen gas or the water vapor. So when its exposure to the open atmosphere is cut off, then the reddish brown coating cannot happen. That is, the rusting process cannot happen. And the answer is given to you here. Iron articles are coated with paint, which prevents its exposure to air and moisture. So hence it protects it from rusting. The same thing. So next thing is, whenever we heat the magnesium ribbon, it needs to be cleaned. Why? So the reason to this is magnesium is a very reactive metal. So when it is brought out, it reacts with the oxygen to form a layer of magnesium oxide. So before we burn it, we need to properly clean it with a sandpaper. That is why, in order to remove this layer of magnesium oxide, we need to clean the magnesium ribbon before burning. And this completes the first chapter, chemical reactions and equations. I hope you have understood it very well. So in all these three videos, I've completed I've solved all the in-text questions as well. And I'll be uploading one more video in which I'll be solving the exercise questions from this chapter. Please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.